This is the Scholars Forum, your favorite TV station. My name is Clovis Kejitan, the informer and reformer, and I present to you the Hot Seat, one of the finest shows on the Scholars Forum, where we bring student leaders to answer questions regarding rumors, speculations, and hullabaloos within the school's atmosphere, ranging from embezzlement of fund sagas to mismanagement matters arising in order to get you well informed. On this show, we talk about speculations, but we don't speculate. We speak facts without fear or favor. This is the Hot Seat once again, with your hottest host, Clovis Kejitan, the informer and reformer. We'll go for a quick commercial break, but before that, let me remind you of the sponsors for today's program. We have iStudios, one of the finest and most branded and quality videography and photography services in town. You can contact them to get them to take coverage of your weddings, birthdays, parties, and a whole lot. And this is to the new leaders emerging. You can contact iStudios for quality pictures for your flyers and stop using those kind of pictures for flyers because it's not attractive. Okay, we also have Big Boys Fashion. This is one of the classic and most branded fashion house in town. You can contact them and get very splendid so that you can become the ladies' favorite. We also have Tony Will Grills, where they provide you with we have sausages, gizzard, we have kebab, and a whole lot. And they render a lot of services. They can bring it to you at the comfort of your hostel. They are right here on campus. Contact them and thank me later. Tony Will Grills, take a bite, lick a finger. We'll go for a quick commercial break, and when we are back, I'll introduce our honorable guest to you. Stay connected. Welcome back to the show. This is the Hot Seat, where we do justice to hot matters arising. You have heard, and I have heard, and we have all heard of the controversial issues surrounding the recent SRC week celebration. The outrageous amounts that it has been speculated that they spent during this week's celebration. So on the Hot Seat tonight, we have the intercom chair, who doubles as the Canada Hall president, Honorable Castro and Sokolenan. So we shall be interacting with him on the insight of the SRC week celebration and matters regarding students' residential halls. Honorable Castro, welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, this is the Scholars Forum, and on this show is the Hot Seat. So we are currently on the Hot Seat. So how is it feeling?
Oh,
is it hot?
I don't. Maybe the hot is ironically non-used.
Okay, okay, that's okay. But
so I don't feel the heat as it is.
Okay, so once if your facts are with you, you will not feel the heat. But if you don't have facts, you feel the heat.
You might feel the heat when you don't have the facts.
When you don't have the facts. Okay, that's very true. You only feel the heat when you don't have the facts. All right. So I would like us to go ahead with our conversation, right?
Okay.
Yes. So kindly tell us about an SRC week celebration and why they need to celebrate one.
Okay. I believe in the philosophy that all works and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Looking at the structure of our calendar, our academic calendar, is intense with only learning activities. We don't have other extra curriculum activities, at least to motivate students or to let them ease their stress.
So it's an opportunity for students to release their stress
exactly
after the whole year's activities.
And the part of you asking me why there's the need to celebrate it, it's also a constitutional mandate.
A constitutional mandate?
Yes.
As in it is inscribed in our constitution?
Yes. If you check in the SRC constitution, I think Article 44.
Article 44?
Yes. Section 2, Clause G. It is spelled inside there that the entertainment committee needs to draw up a program outline covering SRC week celebration during the second trimester. So we were following the constitution.
Okay. So if this is actually inscribed in our constitution, then why didn't administration want to approve? I've learned there were speculations that administration didn't actually want to approve the SRC week celebration. How true is that?
It's very true. Their standing reason was that the issue of COVID has come and we are not in normal times. And stakeholders, politicians, and the media, they are always observing people that are breaking the COVID protocols. So Administration was against it due to COVID.
Okay, so how did you manage to do
it? You know, I'm a leader.
Okay.
And if you are a leader, you have a mandate, you have a responsibility.
That's right.
So I saw it to be part of my responsibilities, and I didn't want to relent. So
management was against it.
Yes, because everybody knew SRC week was not coming, and you know, I published date, came out with date, everything. Whilst I know they were even against it. So it was some kind of pressure I gave. Yes, together with other SRC executives. I think the SRC president. We went through a lot. Always in the Dean of Students office.
Wow. So I think we will have to applaud you on behalf of the students.
Oh yes,
for,
exactly.
You know,
exactly.
stressing and putting pressure to get students' affairs well fixed.
Exactly.
Yes, that is very laudable of you. Okay, so I would like us to move ahead. Now, we commend you on that aspect. Okay, that is good. But then let's move to the budget saga. Okay. Yes, you know, there are rumors that some outrageous amounts were spent during these SRC week celebration. And I'll give you examples. For example, we had speculations that 5,000 Ghana cedis was used for candles. That was for the candles night. If you can note that down for me. 5,000 Ghana cedis for candles night, and 75,000 for artist night. 75,000 for artist night, and a whole lot of issues. So are these rumors true?
You know, there is a saying that in every rumor there's always a little bit of truth. But not all the times. To me, students raising matters that candles night was budgeted for about 5,000 and something, 5,000 Ghana cedis. It's not true. Yes, in any case, I have my budgets here, and I think I've even given some to you.
And I'm going to have my facts here.
Exactly. So, Candles Night was not even part of SRC week at the initial stage. Candles Night was approved during the day we were to start the SRC week celebration. Even though we came out with activities outline. Yes, we didn't want the students to have the feel that we are not going to do SRC week. So it was part, but management actually abrogated it. So it was the day of Candles Night that we contacted the Dean of Students. I think it was me and the SRC president, His Excellency Tampuri Nicholas Major. When we went, we had to make some calls, checking up from other universities, and it was confirmed that they undertook a candles night. So it was then he also approved our candles night.
So which you compared it with other institutions?
Exactly. Exactly.
But initially it wasn't part of it.
It wasn't part.
Okay, so how I want to know your proposed budget. And the activities you intended to do. With what I said, it's like is it true? You said it's not true, right?
It's not true.
It's not true. So kindly give us your proposed budget and the activities you intended to undertake.
Let me rectify that first aspect. Candles night that they are speculating around that is 5,000. The approved amount was 2,010 cedis.
2,010 cedis.
Yes.
Let me equally confirm 2,010 cedis.
2,010 Ghana cedis.
Yes, per my facts, it's 2,010 Ghana cedis.
Yes. And talking of my proposed budget and the amount, you know, we have what we call a lifespan of the budget.
Lifespan of the budget?
Yes, where the budget sails through different stages. You know, we are in democratic world. And since it's involved money, it needs to go through several offices before you get the final budget. You know, I presented a proposed budget which was about 79,757 Ghana cedis.
79,000.
Exactly. 757 Ghana cedis.
757 Ghana cedis.
And the intended activities covering this amount were numerous, such as Candles Night, the launching of the week celebration, games, all aspects, football, basketball, volleyball, then Go Crazy, then seminar, then our old school reunion, Then a socialization poll party was also part. Then on Friday, I think normal, during the SRC week celebration, the Fridays we give it to the Muslims to do their Islamic prayer. So it was also captured. Then we visit the World School for the Blind, at least to donate something for them. All were captured. Then awards night, Miss UBs, then the Sunday Thanksgiving service.
Wow. These were activities that were supposed to come during the SRC week celebration.
Yes.
But unfortunately, we didn't see them. Why?
Exactly. So it was then affected due to the approval issue. You know, when I submitted this budget to the finance committee, you know, when a committee chair propose a budget, you need to give it to the SRC finance committee chair to pre-audit. So when it was pre-audited, the budget came down from 79,757 to 55,685 Ghana cedis.
Wow. Really?
Yes. So that's the first stage. Then from there
first stage?
Yes.
And do they cancel them with the activities, or they will cancel only the money and leave the activity?
If the finance committee feels that this activity will not help, they will cancel it.
So what were some of the activities that were cancelled at the first stage?
The first stage, they never cancelled any activity.
But they cancelled money?
Yes. They will sometimes, they think around to propose an amount for you, and you need to take it. So from there, you now come to GA, the General Assembly. That's the highest decision-making body, to also do your budget presentation.
But the composition of all these you are mentioning, are they students?
Yes, they are students.
They are students. So it was students, the finance, your students who cancelled
it. You know, the finance committee is set up in a way that it comes from a, let me say, it doesn't, it's well constituted. So they are always fair. You have people in the finance committee that are against maybe the administration. So there is no way they are going to allow you to go through with some kind of unnecessary budgets.
So some kind of unnecessary budgets. So with the first budget you drew, are you agreeing that there were some unnecessary activities in that budget?
You know, it depends. It depends. You see, when I have money in my pocket and the money is enough, I can do something that someone who is not having money in his pocket will feel like I'm doing unnecessary things. So they feel like the school is not having money. So some things we wanted to do intensively were unnecessary. But to me, they were very important. So after then, when we presented the budget at GA, the budget was again increased. Yes, because looking at the amount, 79,757.
I think I need to do this calculation. I'm coming. My maths teacher wasn't all that, you know. You mentioned the first figure, 7,000.
79,000. 757.
757.
Yes.
So minus.
55,000. 685.
24,072 Ghana cedis
was reduced from finance committee.
24,000.
Yes.
At the finance committee level.
Yes.
Let's
go. See, when I came to GA, the budget was increased again. Do you know why?
Why?
Because many people applauded me. Because this is the first time we are seeing SRC week budget, which is below 1 billion.
First time?
Yes, I'm telling you.
We are seeing SRC budget. That is below 1 billion.
SRC week. Because looking at our past dispensations, if you consider their budgets, you are definitely going to appreciate this time.
But this time around, the finance, the finance committee still thought it was too much. So they had to reduce it.
And you know, their reason is that, you know, we were in the transformation stage, where we were now moving from University of Development Study to SDD. And it was not like the olden days that the school was having money, like different campuses. So that was why they were doing like that. So at GA, the budget was again increased from 55,685 to 64,527 Ghana cedis.
So, well, the number it was increased to?
Yes, it was increased to 64,000.
64,000.
527 Ghana.
527 Ghana cedis.
Exactly.
So it was increased by 8,842 Ghana cedis.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, let's go ahead.
So this was the final budget approved by the students level.
Okay,
at the
so
student level.
The final budget approved at the students level
yes.
was 64,527 Ghana cedis.
That's GA, the General Assembly.
Okay.
So from there, you now step into the management offices.
So you pass through all these stages with the budget?
Exactly.
All right.
So when the budget was now presented to the Dean of Students, you know, he's in charge of SRC matters.
Okay.
So he also trailed. He actually revoked several activities with the reason that COVID will not allow us to do certain things.
So what were some of the activities he revoked?
Yes, the whole sum of activities I mentioned, candles night, luncheon, games,
so Candles night was cancelled?
It was cancelled.
Luncheon was cancelled?
It was cancelled.
Go Crazy was cancelled?
It was cancelled.
Okay.
The seminar 2 was out.
Seminar 2 was out?
Yes.
Okay.
And we have the pool party.
Pool party?
It was out.
It was also out.
Yes.
Okay.
The Islamic prayers and the visit to a white school for the blind. That one, he was like, the SRC is not having money. Okay. So why are we going? Why are we going that far?
Okay. So it was also cancelled.
It was also cancelled. Okay. Then Miss Ubis, then the Thanksgiving service, they were all
Miss
cancelled.
Ubis was also cancelled. Thanksgiving was also cancelled. So what was now left?
Exactly. So it was left with a games, old school reunion, then quiz.
And quiz.
Then awards night.
Awards night. These 4 activities
were approved.
Yes. Wow. With these 4 activities, if you are to celebrate SRC week with these 4 activities, for me, the schools have witnessed them celebrating the SRC week. All those who mentioned, mostly they are part.
Exactly.
But with these 4 activities, aren't you going to annoy students?
Exactly.
So what motivated you to still go ahead?
You know, I've been in the...
Because looking at how they've reduced the activities, reduced the amount, you still went ahead.
Yes, because after Dean approval, the amount of 64,527 Ghana cedis from GA came down to 28,100.
I'm coming, hold on.
Yes.
So the one the GA approved at the students level, 64,427, was reduced again to what?
The first reduction he even did, it was 23,100.
Wow.
Yes. That was what Dean asked us to work within. Then the day we were to start the week celebration, I think I went with the SRC president, as I mentioned earlier on, and we talked with him, we called him. Charlie, it was not easy. So he later on considered candles night. And some cadet allowances he cancelled. And that was how comes it even shoot back from 23,100 to 28,100.
28,100.
Exactly.
Which means he reduced it by 36,427.
Exactly.
Wow. This is wonderful.
Yes.
Okay, but you still went ahead.
Yeah, you know, as I was saying, you know, I am a leader. And I've been given the mandate. So when you are a leader, everybody expects you to at least play up to
expectation.
You understand?
Because I can even imagine when we heard that there was going to be SRC week celebration, everyone was just anticipating it.
Exactly.
So if it didn't come off, it would have been something else.
And what also motivated me is that, you know, I believe in the motive that when you give me a position, I don't sit to use my position. As in, I don't sit and wait that, oh, this is the position you've given me, so at the end of the day, you should pay me. I believe in the fact that when you give me a position, I should use that position to enter places and get something for myself. So all that while I was working on sponsorships, you understand? So that was what motivated me, and I was getting positive feedbacks. So that was why all that I even wanted was that management should just give me the go-ahead to celebrate SRC week.
Okay.
So that I will know what I can also do with the external efforts I will get.
Okay. So as in you were seeking external help.
Exactly.
Okay. And did you get any?
You know, the issue of a sponsorship is not easy.
I understand.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Scholars Forum where we inform to reform. Okay, so we are interacting with the intercom, that's the outgone intercom chair, who handled our recent SRC week celebration. So we're giving you, let me say, the insight of the SRC week celebration. All those hullabaloos, speculations and rumors. Today he's here to clear the air on all those issues. So we'll go for a quick commercial break, and when we are back, we'll continue with the conversation. Stay connected. Welcome back to the show. This is the Hot Seat, one of the finest shows on the Scholars Forum, where we bring people to clear the air on speculations and rumors around them, to also question them with regards to embezzlement of funds and a host of issues. So I would like us to continue the discussion, Honorable. Okay. Yes, I was talking about sponsorship.
Okay.
Yes, I'm talking about sponsorship because we've had the Adonko next level sponsorship. Yes, and this is the first of its kind. I think we've never heard anything like an external sponsorship like Adonko next level coming in. How did you do that?
Okay. First and foremost, see,
and of course, I would like you to also outline a sponsorship package.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And there's a question. Okay. Now, you see, you mentioned that some of the activities were being cancelled out.
Exactly.
But I was a witness to some that you said they were cancelled. But we celebrated them because they go crazy. I was there, and then I went crazy.
Exactly.
But you are telling me it was cancelled. So how did you manage to do all that?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
See, let me touch on the sponsorship aspect.
Okay.
See, anytime I hear Adonko next level, I become very happy.
Very happy.
Yes.
Adonko next level.
Because they've really helped you beast.
Okay.
And when it comes to sponsorship issues, it's not easy.
I see.
Because when I want to subject it to cost benefit analysis, the cost I've incurred before getting the sponsorship, it won't be encouraging.
Okay.
Yes, because after writing to 20-something companies.
20-something? Can you give the specific number?
Yes, 22.
22 companies?
Yes.
Okay.
Unilever, Ghana Brewery, a company, a Tema.
Okay.
Then a Nestle Ghana, several banks, MTN Ghana, a whole lot of companies. And out of these 22 companies, it was only two companies that responded.
Two companies?
Which were? That was Adonko next level, as you said, and MTN Ghana.
Okay.
Yes, these were the two companies that replied us with positive feedbacks. And the other ones too, even though they were willing to come on board, but it's a company and they are also afraid the COVID. That was why they failed. If not, it could have been something at least better. And looking at the Adonko next level sponsorship, that was even the last. Yes, that was the last company I wrote to, and they are the people that responded.
Adonko next level.
Yes, because I found myself during that period in my trainer traveling up and down. I can remember I went to Accra 7 good times. Just because of sponsorship. When you write a letter, then you sign it, at least you have to follow up to the offices, at least to negotiate before you can, at least they will see it's real. You understand? Before maybe they can. And in other words,
you went there yourself?
Yes,
as in you
several times.
On transportation?
Yes.
Okay, so these transportations you were doing, who was taking care of that?
It was out of my own pocket.
Out of your own pocket?
Yes. So it was later on GA considered two trips. Two trips. I was actually stranded out of this sponsorship issue. Sometimes you will be there. I can remember one time I was sitting in the evening and I got a call from Boss Energy Drink to come to Accra the next morning. And it was in the evening. So I need to just go to Tamale, then go by flight.
Okay.
In order to
Catch up with the time.
With the time, you understand? And at that point, I thank God I was also having my deputy.
Okay.
Yes, Ice. He was also financially stable, so he always sometimes come inside.
Who was your deputy?
He's called Rahim. Alhamdulillah, but we call him Ice.
Ice.
Yes.
Okay.
He's a Tamale guy.
Okay.
I can remember that day he sent me 700 Ghana cedis.
Wow.
Yes.
Out of his pocket.
Yes.
So
you know,
students should go through all this stress.
a lot.
Wow.
And after all, those 2 trips that were captured in the budget.
Okay.
And if you consider all these travelings, you know, it wasn't like I was only traveling to meet Adonko company. I was traveling to meet many companies with the hope that many of them will come to our aid. But
So let's come back to the Adonko company. That's Adonko Next.
Yes.
You say 2 companies accepted to sponsor.
Yes.
But we only heard of Adonko Next.
Yes. The case is
What
that
the other company?
that's MTN Ghana.
MTN Ghana.
And
MTN.
yes.
Okay.
And the reason why that one was dormant, I think it was on the day of Candles Night.
Candles
the
Night.
beginning that the manager Kofi, he's the original manager of MTN Ghana. He told me that it's rather unfortunate, like they cannot sponsor the SRC celebration with cash. But what they can only do to give us is souvenirs. So that was why, I don't know if you were actually there, you could see that they came around and they were giving their MTN t-shirts and some bags. So they gave souvenirs and those fast fingers recharge that they mentioned out. So that was their part. But coming to Adonko Next Level, they really played a part.
So what was the package?
As I said, Adonko did very well.
Okay.
Because looking at our proposal, they were trying to capture the expensive part of our budget.
So can you give me the total budget that you submitted to them, like the total amount?
Yes, the total amount I submitted to Adonko was my first proposed budget. You understand?
70,
yes, which was 79,757. Yes, and the manager actually traced me down. I was not even aware. I was there and he came to campus and he called me that he is from Adonko Next Level, but he's on campus. He wants to see me. He has received a proposal from me and he is coming down. They've asked him to come down to see me so that we'll talk one-on-one. So when we actually said, he said the amount was outrageous and they will see what they can do about it. You understand? They did well by giving us their brand ambassador, Kwame Eugene. Yes. Yes. That was the first big thing they did. Yes. But what happened was that in consultation with the SRC executives and other people, you know, management actually opposed the SRC week celebration because of COVID. And when you go through our budget, you don't, even those candles night and those things, you don't see sounds inside there. When you check the budget, you will not. You won't see sounds because he was like, it will attract the natives and numbers, and we will break COVID rules. So we actually told manager that with the brand ambassador, maybe we might finish celebrating, but some of us will be in trouble.
So you had to leave that aspect out. That was why Kwame Eugene didn't come. We also heard of medical.
You know, medical was our budgeted artist.
Budgeted artist.
Yes, he was the one we budgeted with. And management revoked it.
So when you budgeted, who is that? Medical. What was the amount?
Medical, his stage performance. As when we reached him, his stage performance, he was taking 50,000 Ghana.
50,000.
50,000. Aside that 50,000, you have to now consider he and his crew, transportation, accommodation, feeding.
So I think that is where this speculation is coming from.
Yes.
75,000
Yes.
for artist night.
Yes.
Okay.
So listen. So the transportation, accommodation, feeding, and you know, you have to rent cars for them. If medical says he is coming with 5 additional guys, his DJs and bodyguards, you have to honor it, and you have to make sure that you give car waiting at Tamale, so that when they land at the airport they take it. So you have to budget all these things, and even you know, when those people, when they come, most often they expect you to give them ladies.
This is part.
Yes. So you capture all. You understand? So that was why we budgeted up to that amount, considering our proposed budget.
So the 75 was actually true, but
per my proposed budget, my first proposed budget. But when it went to the finance level, they trailed it, and it came down to.
So I think this is the reason why we need to come to the hot seat to talk about these issues, because there is an iota of truth in regards to this 75,000 that is on artist night. But then you didn't actually use that.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
No, that's what I'm saying. They don't understand. Even maybe the finance committee, after doing their work, they might not later on, if not after the week celebration, that you come to render accountability. Some might not even know the exact amount that was approved by management. They will only know that, oh, the guy came and we approved this amount. So that's the amount. You understand?
So let's go ahead with the next level.
So aside the brand ambassador they gave us, they also considered a local artist from Tamale.
Local artist from Tamale,
Yes, they considered one of the Dagomba artists and a Wala artist. And the Dagomba artist was the Fadlan guy that came. Yes.
He came?
Yes.
All right.
And the Wala OJ. Yes. They were the people they considered.
So Adonko Next Level actually sponsored for them?
Yes.
All right,
yes. Adonko Next Level covered it. And they also gave us 30 packs of energy drinks. 30
packs of energy drinks?
Yes.
So where was this energy drink sent to? Because I didn't take any energy drink.
Yes. You know, I don't know. Maybe you are not lucky. But
others actually took energy drinks?
Yes, others took. We have evidence that we gave the packs to ladies, our ladies, and they were sharing the energy drinks.
So if you're not lucky, you
Yes. You know, it's not enough. 30 packs there.
Did they sponsor with cash as well?
You know, the cash company, all these things is cash.
They give it to you in cash?
No, they will not give it to you in cash. But you see that he is paying cash. So at the end of the day, you can know the amount they have covered.
So at the end of the day, how much have they covered?
They have covered per costing. After we costed their drinks and the things that they gave, it went up to 12,000 Ghana cedis. 12,000 Ghana cedis. Yes.
So now, all these sponsorships they were doing, they all went to which program? Because you see, administration approved some of the programs, but they didn't approve some. So where did this money go to?
That's a nice question. You know, we had 3 good activities that were not included in our approved budgets, which are Go Crazy. Yes. That's the activities most students are always anticipating for. And Artist Night. And we did something like JC Party, if you can remember.
JC Party, JC.
Yes, JC.
So these 3 activities, they were not approved by administration.
Yes, they were not approved.
But they happened.
Exactly. So looking at these 3, Abdunko was very effective with the Artist Night. They did that.
They sponsored the Artist Night. Which was about 12,000.
Yes. You understand? And the Go Crazy, he also came inside.
They came inside?
Yes.
Is it as part of the 12,000?
Yes, part of the 12,000. Yeah.
Now I understand why the Artist Night was up to 12,000.
You understand?
So the Go Crazy is part of the 12,000?
Yes. Because I mentioned the 12,000 because I was doing recordings. I got to know the spendings the man made, including radio shows that we went and he paid. You know, it's cash. So you have to capture it. You know that this is the amount the man is spending on SRC week. Because I can remember Go Crazy Day, the articulator track we usually use. It was delaying, and we needed cash of 1,000 cedis to give it to them before they will come. Then we now buy fuel of 200 Ghana cedis. So it was the man who gave the money out. You understand? Even though we made our mind that, I'm not a business student. In accounting, we have what we call a environment. We actually wanted to do our go crazy with that kind of information. Environment means you cut some amount of budget somewhere to go and do something. You understand?
Fix it somewhere.
But actually, the man came in to support. You understand? Articulator, it was very expensive.
Wow.
Go crazy is all about the articulator track, then sounds.
The sounds.
And brass band.
And I think this activity was one of the activities that the students actually, they fell in love with.
Yes.
They actually patronized.
So,
and then the artist night.
Yes.
Almost these, all the activities, I think these were the most patronized ones.
And they are the activities that were not approved by the school. So sometimes when I hear that they gave me this so amount for artist night and we did this and this, we brought some small artists, it's always paining me because artist night was not part of SRC week. And students owe me let's say
an apology.
You understand? An apology and let's say praises.
Yes.
Because since it was not part, Go Crazy was not part, and those are the activities they were in loving to you understand.
So now let me make a point here. You see, one advice I will give to the SRC is that when you are having challenges like this with administration, it is better you come to platforms like this.
Exactly.
So that you create the awareness of the students for them to be well informed about these happenings.
Exactly.
It is not our fault if we say that they give you 75,000 Ghana cedis and instead of bringing medical, you brought fatland. Because we do not know the insight of the story.
Exactly.
So I'm advising the SRC, when you have such instances, you have to come on platforms like this to clarify some of these issues to the understanding of the students, so that they wouldn't go behind the doors and create these kind of speculations and rumors about the whole thing. Yeah, so looking at, I saw the budget myself, I went through it, and then I've seen the amount they've approved and all that. Yes. And as you said, it means that these three activities, which is Go Crazy, Artist Night, and Rep Your JC, were actually cancelled by administration.
Yes.
Okay, but you got money from external force to sponsor that.
Exactly.
So if you didn't get money from external source, it means that those activities wouldn't have come on.
Actually.
Which means that students wouldn't have been happy with the SRC.
Exactly. And me, myself, I could have even stopped.
Okay, you could have stopped.
Yes.
Okay, so we will applaud Adonko, wherever Adonko next level is.
Yes.
We are saying a big shout out to them, the manager, straight down to everyone. We are saying thank you very much for making our SRC week a lovely and exciting one. All right, so Honorable,
yes, sir.
Let's continue. So now we know that Adonko Next Level sponsored, which amounted to 12,000. So I want to find out the ones that administration approved. Did they release funds to do it?
That's a very good question.
Okay. Because Adonko level funds covered these three activities, which are not part of administration, so it's none of their business. Whether you do it or not, whether you get money to do it, it's none of their business, right?
Yes.
But those that they approved, which was, if I'm clear, 28,100. So has that money been released to you to use it for that for those activities?
As I told you earlier on, we started SRC week celebration, and it was that day, the day we started was the day they even approved some activities. You understand? So what happened was that it appeared that we should pre-finance, they already fund it.
So the deal was that
pre-finance, we will refund it. Exactly.
So how did you pre-finance it?
Exactly. So
because we understand that from the three activities, you got sponsorship from Adonko Next Level.
Yes.
So the rest, how did you pre-finance it?
Yes, the rest, what I would say is that some positions are there. When you are not financially stable, you can't go for it.
This advice is to the next,
yes.
the incoming intercom.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
All right.
And I was very lucky that at least I was having something with me. And the one who was also my deputy, he's also financially strong.
Okay.
So we were not worried about cash. Going up and down, borrowing money like other administration that you hear. The intercom went to borrow money to finance, and the people are arresting him and a whole lot. So that's why it's like I'm somehow at peace.
At peace.
Even though I'm still owing people.
Okay.
So
I want you to answer the question first before we move forward.
Yes.
Has administration released funds?
They have not released. As it stands now, it was after the SRC week celebration.
Okay.
Yes, immediately after the week celebration that they paid candles night.
Okay, so as in all those host of activities
yes,
you undertook,
yes,
which they approved?
Yes, they only paid candles
night.
Paid
candles night,
which is 2,000. Candles night is 2,010 cedis.
2,010 cedis. So I'm coming. Now, was there any agreement?
Yes.
In the form of, let me say, signature that we have approved these activities and we have to pay for them?
You know, pertaining to approval, what happens is that when you submit a budget, what tells you that they've approved it is that the dean of students has to minute on it. And the minuting of the dean of students will tell you that they've approved it.
Okay, so when they minute on it, they have approved.
When he minute against it, you know that
he has not approved.
You understand?
And that was how come, I think that was how come you go to know some of the activities they actually cancelled. And those that they left, they agreed.
Yes, when pertaining to the cancellation, when he will cancel it, he will cancel them with a red pen. And ask you to go and do the correction, remove those cancellations, bring it back with the one he cancelled for him to compare and see whether you've actually effected the changes.
So as we are speaking, out of the 28,100, it means that was the candle night part of the 28,100?
Yes.
Okay, so out of this amount, administration paid only
2,010 cedis.
2,010 cedis.
Yes.
Leaving 26,090 cedis.
Yes. And with these 2,010 cedis, you know, when they are paying, they subject it to the tax, GRA tax. So when you budget, at the end of the day, the amount you've budgeted is not the amount you receive.
Will it increase or it will
decrease?
It will decrease.
Yes, I can remember they gave me 1,900 something. Yes.
1,900.
Yes. It was not up to the 2,000.
They subjected to what?
GRA, you know, the
GRA,
tax. Yes, Ghana Revenue Authority, the tax. So the audit and the account people, each item, it has the percentage of tax they should tax. Let's say if it's sounds, it's service, they have percentage, whether it's 7%, 5%, tax they should withhold.
So they withhold that?
Yes.
So how do you get the rest to us?
That is the problem.
1,900 and something. The agreement was that the budget is 2,010 cedis.
Exactly.
And now they've given you how much?
They've given me
1,900.
1,995 cedis.
1,995 cedis.
Yes.
Which means that they didn't give you the full amount.
Exactly.
So how did you get money to add to that?
This is where the problem came from. You know, our SRC, it came at the point that we were not in normal times. So we didn't go through what we call orientation, SRC orientation. So normally, we were supposed to always add some amount to it so that at least when they withhold the tax, it don't affect you. But with this, they don't care. They will withhold their tax. When you send it and it's not up to the amount, you and the person that you've done the consignment with, you will know how to do it.
That's okay. Go ahead.
So
they paid only for candles.
They paid only for candles night, and they remain up to now.
They remain that up to now has not been paid.
Has not been paid.
Wow. So how did you get this money? I'm interested in that. How did you get it? Because you mentioned that you were financially stable.
Yes.
Your vice was financially stable.
Yes.
So did the money come from your pockets?
Yes, the money came from our pocket.
Wow. Wow.
Yes, that other staffs like those people, Power Sounds, who supported us with the sounds and stage everything. I think we owe them up to 6,000 something.
Power Sound?
Yes.
You owe them up to 6,000 plus?
Yes.
Which means that one didn't come from your pocket?
Yes, and we deposited 3,500.
And you got it from which source?
Our packets.
Wow.
You understand? At least to also motivate them.
Okay.
This was the amount we deposited.
Okay.
And they came and did everything up to now.
Administration have the responsibility to make students happy.
You understand?
And this is one of the most important activities that actually makes students happy. So I don't understand why administration would approve the budget, but then later on refuse, let me not say refuse, delay in making the payment for you to what? To cater for those debts. Why?
Yes.
Why is that happening?
You know, actually, the problem started from the finance directorate.
Finance directorate.
Yes.
Okay.
And his problem was that he's finding a whole lot of speculations from the atmosphere that some monies, yes, the general SRC, like
generally.
Yes, generally. He's not fine with the things he's hearing. You understand? And you know, at that point,
issues of embezzlement of funds.
Exactly. And you know, when it comes to issues like that, everybody fight for his right, and I am under entertainment. So I actually told the man that he can constitute a committee to investigate into my matter. You understand? If they find that there are some claims, then fine. Because management cannot say since they have problem with general SRC.
I think the SRC has an audit unit.
Exactly.
So if we find out that there are rumors with regards to a particular sector, maybe entertainment, sports, is it not the duty of the audit unit to go into and audit their documents?
Exactly.
So have they done something like that?
I think the problem is that, as I'm saying, management, as it stands now, sometimes they don't even trust. Let's say you are saying audit unit. it can appear that he doesn't even trust the audit unit. You understand?
Okay.
So he wants to be clear for himself, to see things for himself. So I actually asked him to at least play smart around, maybe asking from general students, because it appeared that we didn't do awards night. That was one of his main claims he made.
It appeared that you didn't do awards night.
We didn't.
So as in he has a bit of challenges with some of the activities we did. He didn't know the exact ones.
Yes, he said we didn't do awards night.
Wow.
You understand?
So did you do award nights or you didn't?
We did, and I can remember I went to the office with pictures. Of the current awards night.
And I can also remember my department president got the best department and also the best president.
And I showed him pictures of the awards night. And the accountants to Mr. Hoodie and Co. They actually found out from the general students, you know, asking around, and they realized that
during this awards night, was there no member of administration part of this organization? I mean, part of the event.
You know, what happened was that to make this clear, it was actually going to be the office of the dean of students. And you know, before we even started the SRC week, we wrote an undertaking letter saying that we should be held responsible if we are found celebrating the SRC week outside campus. Bamao, we shouldn't step to Bamao. It shouldn't be in the night. So the awards night he even approved, we were to do it in Hall 1, inside.
Daytime?
Yes, daytime. You understand? So we wrote an undertaking letter saying that we should be held responsible if we go beyond boundaries. You understand? And because of that, since we were to do it at night, that was why the dean of students. So but I think there are still other means that they can pass through to actually get information whether they were done or not. It's now left on to that person to find out was it really done or not. And how you've done that? They've done that, and you know, I've been inside their offices day in, day out, and I think last 2 weeks the finance director tasked the current SRC president to also at least go through my issues and see if she doesn't have claims, then they will now consider them.
So now I think on the hot seat today, my major findings are that the most important aspect is that management actually approved the SRC week celebration, some of the activities. Those that they didn't approve, you managed to do them without their assistance.
Exactly.
That is with the assistance of the next level.
Exactly.
Those that they have approved, which are 4, they have only paid for candles night, which is 2,010
cedis.
They haven't paid for the rest.
Exactly.
This is the major finding of the hot seat. And I wanted to find out why they are withholding such money, because it has to do with students. And administration have the responsibility to protect students as well. Exactly. So if they have used monies from other sources to do something that you have approved, why is there a delay in releasing the monies to them to cover those debts? And now this is a student matter we are talking about. He's not from anywhere, he's a student. And he has been given a leadership position. He did what he's supposed to do. Now, so at the end of the day, I want to find out something. So how are you managing with all these issues? Have there been any, hope from administration that they are going to pay you this amount?
I have a hope, but then the hope I have is not strong.
It's not strong?
Yes, because they sometimes give you the feelings that, they are going to pay. And, later on you see that they are relaxed.
So is there any issue anywhere that is stopping them from releasing that money? Is there any problem? Because if there is no problem, I don't see why they are holding on.
Yes.
So there should be something somewhere.
I would say that sometimes I have the feelings that like when it comes to money, they don't want to release it.
When it comes to money in general?
Yes. When it comes to money, the SRC activities, they don't want to release it.
Wow.
Yes, because if they were saying, I have not executed awards night, now it appears that I've done. Exactly. And they raise other issues concerning other committees, which shouldn't affect me. You understand? And now they've asked the SRC president, the current SRC president, SLC Priscilla, to go through my documents too before approval. You understand? And I actually don't know, but she told me that she has given them the go ahead to pay. You understand? But since the whole of this week, I've not heard anything positive. So I'm still hoping next week.
So now we are very much aware that the path is clear.
Exactly.
So it's left with them releasing the money.
Exactly.
Okay. So you see, generally, I think with matters like this, it takes administration time to work on, and I think it's because of the bureaucratic nature of the whole system.
No, with my case, as at the point those speculations and claims came up. Now they have already raised PVs and wrote checks. Just leaving with them to sign. Let's say the finance director to sign and give go ahead before they can be released.
So why is he not signing?
So that's what I'm now looking up to next week.
Have you found out from him why he's not signing it?
I think the last time I met him from office, he actually told me that as of now, he's not having problem again. But he's now waiting on the approval of the SRC president.
The current SRC president.
And she also told me that she has given them the yes, you understand. But it appears that the finance director is not on campus.
Wow.
So that's why I'm looking up to.
Understand that. Yes. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Scholars Forum where we inform to reform. And on this particular show is the hot seat. And on that seat we have Honorable Castro and Sogolinan, who is the past, intercom chair. That was for major-led administration. Yes, he was also actually the one in charge of the activities of the SRC week celebration. So we are interacting with him to get you well informed, so that when you are speculating, you also know the facts. When you are hearing rumors, the facts will be presented to you so that you can be well informed, so that we can make proper reformations. So we'll go for a quick commercial break, and when we are back, we shall continue with our discussion. Welcome back to the show. As I always say, this is the Scholars Forum where we interact to inform and we inform to reform. We are still having a conversation with the former Intercom Chair, Honorable Castro and Sogolinan, on the insight of the SRC week celebration and also the hall matters arising. Honorable Castro,
yes, sir.
Let me ask my final question on the SRC week issues.
Okay.
Yes, so looking at these speculations of students going on, most of them are lies, but then we don't have the actual facts like we got them today. So looking at all of that and administration refusing, I don't want to be using the word refusing, let me say delaying in releasing funds for you to cater for all this. How has it affected you as a student? How has it affected your life and everything, emotionally and all that?
Okay.
Share that with us.
Sometimes being a true Christian and me also being someone who doesn't talk. I think if you know me very well,
yes.
I hardly find myself talking like that.
Okay.
So I'm going through a lot with people I'm still owing, let's say cadets, their allowances, even my planning committee. Sometimes I feel like if I don't have money and I'm not owing someone, it's better. But when you are owing someone and the person is calling you every day, you see, it looks like you are very bad. And even external people, let's say power sounds like this, we still owe them up to 3,000 plus.
Wow.
And it doesn't look nice, especially the relationship I have with them. So sometimes I think a lot, and I'm going through psychological trauma and a whole lot. And even when I hear the rumor that sometimes I'm not hearing, sometimes they approach me. People chat me to ask me, oh, they said SRC week, you've been given this amount. It doesn't make me feel well. Yes, I have the feeling that when I'm working, maybe people are talking about me, that I have squandered SRC money. Meanwhile, that's not the case. All what we've even done, the little they approve, and I managed to also add the ones I could add to make it lovely. The little ones, they've not even paid, only candles night. But you hear students saying that they've given you a huge sum of money to execute SRC weekend, you didn't. So it's affecting me seriously.
So I think this is the reason why the Scholars Forum is available on campus. So that when issues like this pop up, you can come on board and clear the air on those issues, so that at least students will be well informed about the happenings within the system. Because this has, I think we celebrated this SRC last time.
Yeah.
Okay, and it has affected you up to this time. And you see,
yes.
I always advise that when such issues are happening, come on board. The Scholars Forum is there. Anyone at all, once you're a student, you're having the opportunity to appear on the show to clarify these issues, so that we let it reach the people that it's supposed to reach, for you to be at least relieved on some of these accusations and all.
Yes.
That is actually very bad. And as students, I will apologize to you for the stress and trauma and all that. It's because of our happiness that you went through all that and still going through.
Yes, and I'm still even here because I've finished my everything.
You finished everything?
Yes.
So because of this
long ago, and I'm still staying here.
Wow.
Wasting the small I have every day, what to eat, a whole lot.
I think we have to add our voices into this, because this has to do with students' affairs, yes, and students' welfare. So we will have to add our voices to this to make sure that the what they are supposed to do is done, so that at least you can go and continue with your life after school. Endeavors. Yes, that is very true and very important. Okay, fortunately for us, you doubled as the Cardinal Derry Hall president.
Exactly.
I'd like to ask you some few questions in regards to that.
Okay.
Because you're on the hot seat. All right. And this is where it will get hotter. All right. So I want to find out our halls.
Okay.
They've been a whole lot of dormancy. No hall weeks, no entertainment, almost nothing. And you said something earlier on that all work and no play
makes Jack a
yes. And as university students, we are expected to also chill. At least once you study some more, you chill some more. Because we are not in the senior high school again. But these halls are dormant.
Yes.
Very, very dormant, and even in bad conditions. What accounts for this? You were once a hall leader, president for that matter.
The truth of the matter is that this year was a year of transformation. You see, we now transforming from University of Development Study to University of Business and Integrated Business Studies, rather.
Let me put this across. I think a lot has been blamed on this transformation process.
Yes.
We know we are transforming, but I also believe that they cannot give us autonomy without anything.
You know, how the transformation affected, let's say, the halls is that, you know, everything is not done at once. Let's say if President Akufo-Addo is appointing ministers, sometimes they don't appoint, you know, bit by bit. So what happened to our halls was that at the point that we were supposed to execute a lot of activities, we were not having senior hall tutors. You understand? Now, they have not appointed senior hall tutors. And what happened at the hall level is that without the senior hall tutor, no, he's supposed to coordinate and supervise all hall activities. And even without him, he's supposed to also minute on the hall budgets for them to be able to cash money for you to undertake.
And now he was not there.
You understand?
So that affected the activities of the halls.
Yes, that was why the halls could not at least perform during this time.
So how did you executives run affairs of the halls?
Yes, actually it's sad because I can remember on several occasions me using my monies to finance hall agendas, let's say general cleaning. I can remember.
I can see all your leadership positions are just full of debt.
Yes, I can remember paying money to someone to come and weed the hall. You know, make sure that you use your money to do printing and a whole lot, attend meetings, a whole lot. So everything was just from our pocket.
So it means that as it stands now, the hall activities, if any hall president is supposed to undertake any project, it will come from your pocket.
Exactly.
So have you undertaken some projects or some activities?
Yes, the activity we undertook was only the election. And that was the time they now appointed hall tutors. And the elections as it stands now itself, they've not paid. We were also asked to pre-finance the whole elections. We've done that. The office of the Dean of Students came and supervised with some other officers. They wrote their report very well that, oh, it was successful, everything. But paying the money is a problem.
So during your tenure, officer, did you undertake any major projects?
No project. I'm telling you, even students paying their whole dues that you're supposed to give them souvenirs and a whole lot, it didn't come on.
But students do pay whole dues?
Yes.
And you're expected to provide them with
souvenirs?
So you haven't done that?
Yes.
And as a standard, students don't have whole souvenirs?
They don't have.
That is very bad.
And that's their money, so I don't know how they will handle that money.
All right. So I would like to take we are wrapping up. So I would like to take your final remarks. But on the final remarks, I would like you to give an advice to the incoming intercom chair and also to the SRC, because what has happened to you, I think we are students and we might become leaders one day, and this same thing could happen. So on your final remarks, kindly use that opportunity to state some of these issues.
I think my first remark will go to the students. You know, it's normal that there will always be speculations. You hear that, oh, so and so has done this. You know, when students hear SRC, they think, I don't know, the level of thinking is always abnormal. When they hear SRC, they feel like there's a whole lot of money inside SRC. So I will advise that students should sometimes disregard those kind of informations that are going around the, let's say, media. On WhatsApp, you see that someone has texted that, oh, they've given so and so has chopped this money and the whole lot.
I think on this issue, I wouldn't have to blame the students much, because it is things that they hear. And it is now your duty to come on this platform to clarify the issue. Because if we say that 75,000, for example, was given to you to bring medical, but you rather brought fatherland.
Yes.
There's a bit of truth with regards to that, but they don't know the inside. So we have to always present them with the inside information so that they don't bring such speculatives.
Very true.
After you leave campus, you're going out there into the job market, and if your name has already been tarnished or your image has already been tarnished here, it may affect you out there.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay.
So students, as it stands now, I said it earlier on, they need to applaud me.
Okay.
Yes, I've really done well. Yes. Candles night that they are raising rumor that they've given me some outrageous amount. It was 2,010 Ghana cedis.
Wow.
The sounds and other things were not captured. Okay. It was due to, let's say, as I said, we have what we call environment. Okay. You cut money somewhere to cover somewhere. Okay. That we were able to do some of those activities normally.
But and even those nights, I from what I heard, that students used to they paired candle, they will break it and share.
Yes, that is where that is what we call the environment. I told you we have what we call environment in budgeting. Okay. We are doing candles night without sounds. How do you do it? But as I told you that they have cancelled sounds and those things in our budget. Okay. We needed sounds. Okay. You have to cut somewhere to make sure that you understand.
Okay, I get it. I get it. Okay.
All right. So let's say artist night. Okay. I'm just telling students that they should just take it from this point that we don't have artist night approved by management. Okay. It was due to our own efforts. Okay. Yes. So they need to at least compensate me, or let's say even should I say applaud me for that.
Yes. Okay, that's very true.
Yes.
All right.
And also to the leaders.
Okay.
The general SRC, I would advise that they should work hard and be strong, because it's not easy. Sometimes everybody has his friends and the leaders. You might hear that is this and this and that, but the guy really did well. I'm telling you, he was very strong. Okay. Yes, because he actually supported me on the management accepting for us to even do the SRC week. He did very well. If not, it couldn't have happened.
So this is a plus.
Yes, he did very well. Okay. And also, I'll ask them to always ask. Okay. When they don't know, we learn. We are in a learning environment.
Yes, but you should also know that when human beings come together, such things are easily, transformed or easily transferred.
Yes.
Yes. So I will advise that you seek for platforms like this and clarify.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So why I'm saying they should ask is that they are coming. Let's say you've been appointed as an intercom, and you feel like they've given you a position. Okay. What you need to do first is to contact someone who was already in that shoe. Okay. So they should ask past executives. Okay.
So incoming SRC executives ask past executives for their experiences in order to guide you to lead well.
I can assure you that the past NUC's president, Hamza Umar, he really supported me a lot.
Wow.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
He supported me. He gave me a lot of guidance pertaining to sponsorship and even how to let them approve my budget.
So students, leaders, please kindly seek for advice and mentorship.
Yes. So
that when you fix into the position, you know how to go about things. Even upon all that, you still face challenges.
Exactly.
Okay. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Scholars Forum, where we bring you students, leaders to account for what they have actually done with regards to student activities. For example, the SRC Week celebration. Thank you very much, Honorable Castro and Sorle Nang, the former intercom chair for UDS, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that was under the Major One-led administration. Thank you very much for coming on the Scholars Forum, on the hot seat of the Scholars Forum, to actually clarify some of these issues. We were worried of the kind of leaders we have when we hear such things. But once you took your time to come on board and then answer to some of these questions, I think it has given us an insight of the SRC Week celebration. And on behalf of the students, we cannot stop thanking you, and we can never get tired of thanking you, because you've done an excellent job. Exactly. This is the Scholars Forum once again, where we interact to inform and we inform to reform. You can follow us on all social media platforms, be it WhatsApp, be it Facebook, Twitter, any social media handle at all, we are available. And it is open to all students. You can join us for us to always have interactive sessions. Okay, so finally, we are done with Honorable Castro and Sokolenan. So we thank you very much and we wish you well in your life after school endeavors.
Thank
we're
you,
also
sir.
praying that this issue should be solved as early as possible so that you can have your peace of mind. Thank you very much for always streaming live with the Scholars Forum. Thank you for your audience and all that, and also keep following for us to inform in order to reform.